Well, thank you guys for joining Real Estate with Ryan. This is Ryan Coleman. I usually say my co-host, but she's not in today, so it's solo in the studio with my great producer, Daniel, in the back, keeping us straight. You're listening to Real Estate with Ryan. Every Saturday, we talk about the up-to-date information on your local real estate market and what we can do to help you. If you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, any real estate questions you've got the only show in town that will bring you the up-to-date information. So thank you guys for staying tuned on this cold, dreary day. I mean, it really is cold. We're still in the weather that is winter, but before we know it, it will be that time, and spring is right around the corner. And so we're talking about a good show for you guys. I've got some housekeeping issues. It's always fun when you do it by yourself. You just talk out there to the mic and everybody's listening. So what a process that is. I can tell you, I like a co-host so much better. But I can tell you that you never know. Daniel was never knowing what I was talking about. So before we start the show, I get to talk to you guys, chat with you a little bit. And so we had some housekeeping issues and things we were talking about. And before we went on the air, he was telling me all about this equipment and things that we're buying, a lot of things that I had no idea what was being bought. And he's some kind of mixer audio. Trust me, I have no idea what that means. And he said, Ryan, do you know about this? And of course, I don't. And I said, well, did I buy that or did you? No. I bought that. I said, okay, awesome. So we started talking and then we were chatting a little bit and he goes, well, kind of like that computer that you just have to buy for our marketing director. Yeah, they didn't tell me about that, Daniel. What do you mean? No, they make me break it to you. So Daniel and I were talking before the show. He was like, well, at least I didn't have to tell you that you bought a whole brand new computer suite for our marketing director. I said, yeah, that's probably not a good way to open this show. So we were just laughing, talking about that. And that's what you get here, Real Estate with Ryan. Anything, everything, and that's what we're talking about, computers today. But thankfully, I didn't have to buy any today, so today is a good day. We've got a great show. Thank you guys for following us. If you guys are out and about in town, thank you for following us on social media. We've got our new vlogs out. We launched a new one today. Make sure you guys follow us. If you're not liked and subscribed, please do that. We've got a lot of information. We got giveaways, got a lot of things going on, so make sure if you're out and about, you like us on our Facebook page and our social media page. So first part of the year, a lot of employers, we look for relocation. That's throughout the whole part of the year. So we've got a good show for you. We're going to talk about 19 tips, or just tips in general about relocating, whether you're across state or local moves. It's a big process, and we'll talk about some things that you need to do and to make that process smooth and easy as we go throughout the whole year. So I've got some housekeeping issues, new listings that have come and hit the market. It's been a busy January, bunch of closings that we want to give congratulations to. But more importantly, we have some brand new listings that have hit the market. And I want to talk about those. New listing on Westchester Court in Avalon, brand new listing at 414.9. Congratulations, that brand new listing just went live today. New listing in Kingston on Shiloh Way. 685,000, water view, over 5,000 square foot. That is a must-see. Got a nice little listing in Elmview Drive in Knoxville, 189,950. Oaken Gate, another beautiful listing that we've got. Beautiful views off that front porch. Water views, convenient to the interstates. That's in Jefferson County. And we got another one in Maryville. Beautiful listing here, renovated, totally updated first floor rancher with a basement level. Mother-in-law suite would be perfect for downstairs as well. Huge backyard. If you got kids in that school district, you want to check out this property on 1214 Boyd Avenue in Maryville. It is an absolute must-see. Make sure you check that out. That just hit the market. New listing out on Perriman Road, out in Claiborne County. And then, of course, we have a price adjustment at Old Harriman Highway. That's got a lot of land. If you're looking for privacy out there, you got 30 acres, about 1,500 square feet. That's a must-see. Got a new price on that at $274. Have a lot of closings. I'm not sure which ones April has already said, so I don't want to repeat those. But congratulations to everybody that's closed here at the beginning part of January. That's kind of how our end of a year has been. It's been kind of just rolling over from December and just helping a whole lot of families just to start the year and start 2019 right. I really want to brag about our clients because we know in this business, it's really not about us. It's always about people, and we're in a people business, always trying to help people, and that's our mission. That's what we do at our company. So if you listen to us every week, we're not on here about how great we are, and the whole show won't be here setting how great we are, what makes you so great, and all that. That's just not who we are, man. We're blessed to have an opportunity to impact people's lives and be involved in that process. If the real estate part is for some reason us helping buying or selling a property and me and my team are involved, we're honored and blessed to help you with that process. So we always feel it's a small part, but we like to be involved and change people's lives or have that impact, whatever opportunity that is. I was talking before the show to April, which is not feeling that well today, and that's why she couldn't be with us. We're talking about those kind of opportunities, and not every business that you're in, you get an opportunity to meet new people. We're very blessed to meet people, whether they're buying, selling, or all throughout the process, and we do it at a pretty high level. So we have opportunities that some people may not. And even though it may be a short period of time that we're involved, I think it's so neat that we can kind of impact people. So always trying to do a job to go a serve above. I always tell everybody on the show, I tell all my team, we've got to operate like our good friend Dave Ramsey as a heart of a teacher. And I think our core philosophies are all about that, is talking about heart of a teacher. What can we do to bring value? And so I'll lead into this. I kind of have an idea where I'm going with this, but a heart of a teacher, making a first impression is everything. We know that could be your first, and in business, it could be your last. But I have a congratulations to a client that we just sold. She's actually signed paperwork today and is closing. Time this airs, it will actually be closed. But the Stengas, and they gave us an outstanding review, referred some really great friends, and I want to talk about that and read that review, just not to brag on us, but how thankful for the opportunity to have great people like this. And Miss Stenga said basically she met Ryan and our team when we were selling their home. We had it listed before with another agent, another company, and didn't get the exposure. When Ryan came to our house, he discussed the selling options, and to be completely honest, I had reservations about using a realtor. I mean, who doesn't, right? I thought we might try to sell it on our own, but during the meeting, I came to realize that in over heads of our decisions, that we had a little one, it was right to give it to Hometown Realty and see what happens. So she gave us an opportunity. We had a great marketing team, came out to take pictures, did a wonderful job. We had questions throughout the process. Both April, Brooke, Beverly were there every step of the way. Very helpful, very friendly. Our entire experience with this team was outstanding. The house sold in less than 2 months. Hometown Realty means business, and I've already recommended them to several friends and family. Thank you for such hard work and diligence. Well, that's what we do. We're on the radio show all the time and TVs, I say, but you can't get that kind of business if you don't put the work in and the opportunity. And so thankful for that opportunity to work with Stengas and be involved with them. Even though we talk about just a small process with that, it was so exciting to do that. So I really want to give her a shout out on the radio, and thanks for the referral and thanks for the opportunity. So there we go. Let's get into our show. We got a good show for you talking about relocation. It ain't cheap. And who's going to pay for it? So we know relocating in the area could be costly. We're going to talk about some things that you need to do. And number one, if you're going to relocate, sometimes it's up to the big boss man to maybe help with that assistance. Sometimes on a job change or a new employer, relocation assistance is available, but you have to ask. 92% of relocations are tax deductible as well. So make sure you don't leave any money on the table. One of the tips I want to talk about is important is make sure you hoard. That's right, hoard packing material. I know a lot of friends of ours, and we've moved. We've had boxes and boxes and more packing, the little spongy things that my daughter likes to play with. So make sure you have a lot of boxes away for those items on the move. If you go to the grocery store, ask for those heavy-duty boxes. They said the liquor store is a great opportunity to get some extra boxes, especially when you're packing the wine glasses or the knickknacks. Things like that are really an opportunity. You can't ever have enough newspaper, that's for sure. Things like that are very, very important. Open first box. What does an open first box mean? Well, they're going to be your first priorities. So when you hit the ground running, you're going to hit to this opportunity. And you're probably like us, when you relocated, you're not going to know where everything's at. So you want to have a first box, know exactly where we're going to go. That's going to be your health essentials, all your hair products, all your normal stuff that you would need to hit the ground running. We've got a whole packed show. Always coming up quick, but we're coming on a hard break here soon. I've got a few more topics before we hit that mark. Label all your boxes are very, very important. Make sure you have everything labeled. You know where rooms which. Kids' rooms are separated. That makes the movers and the process so much easier when they go through. We're coming on a break. You guys stay with Real Estate with Ryan, where we're talking about relocation and what you need to know to get you moved in the right direction. Stay tuned.
When it comes to the real estate market, turn to the experts that focus on you. With over 20 years experience, Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty knows what it takes. It's the right marketing. It's the right exposure. Ryan and April will use their expertise each step as they guide you through the home buying and selling process. Ultimately, it's about results.
You need someone you can trust that is committed to you.
You have a lot of choices, but the choice is simple. It's Hometown Realty.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, man.
Found us a house.
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty.
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taken too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. All right, thank you guys for staying tuned to Real Estate with Ryan. We were talking about relocation tips and what you need to do to move across the country or to that next state that's right next to you. Either move requires the same process. It's never easy, so we're going over some tips. If you're relocating in 2019, you got a new job offer, or maybe you're relocating with a spouse, or multiple reasons, we're going to talk about tips that you may not think about that will be helpful in your move. We talked about, on the other side of the break, labeling the first box. Well, that first box are just going to be your essentials that you need to kind of hit the ground running, where your basic necessities so that you can get moving until all your boxes and things get organized. Talking about labeling the room, so important for everything, especially your kids' rooms and all the important stuff that you need. Ditch the junk. April always talks about that in our garage. She must have looked out there a couple of times. But garage sales, getting rid of stuff, friends, things like that is very, very important. Very expensive across the country or across state to carry that stuff, to transport it. You're usually paying by the pound. You're paying for them to either pack it up or you're going to pack it up, and then before you know it, if you're like us, a couple months later, you'll dig it out of the garage. So a lot of ideas here are talking about maybe obviously doing garage sales, things like that. Carm is a great opportunity as well. Look at your storage options, depending on whether you're going to an apartment, depending if you're going right to temporary housing, or maybe you're going right to your home. If you sold your home and moving right there, check your storage options, because if you've got some very antiques or some important pieces that you just don't want thrown in, it may be feasible, a couple months, that you go ahead and rent something for storage, and easily on the weekends, or you have some time once you hit your job running, that you can take some time to kind of go to the storage unit, get some stuff, piecemeal it, and not be all at one moment there. So that's a great option for you. Be truck smart. Truck and haul your stuff across country on your own is not easy, but we know going across country can cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And so sometimes that may not be an option for a lot of us. So if you're going to get a truck, make sure you look at the wear and tear and the size of the truck and the distance traveled. That's always very, very important. Never underestimate the space that you'll need. The saying is always go bigger. You got more room. Be strategic in your packing. You wouldn't want Ryan packing you, because it's so efficient to pack those trucks and make sure that we have everything to maximize every T. It's almost like a science there. But a lot of moving companies, guys, across the area and here locally as well. If you're wanting to get the big items moved and you have some time by getting those boxes and things like that, you have an opportunity to do that, and then let them move the big things. And so like the big heavy couches or dressers and things like that, you can let them come in for a day, shorter amount of time, take the time with the smaller things. It saves on a whole lot of money. Hotel deals most people are not really thinking about hotels. Obviously, it's a process moving across country, but there may be an opportunity that you may need to look at hotels closest to your work and where you're relocating, that maybe your apartment's not ready right when you move in. Things may be on a hold. Also have an opportunity with the pods. a lot of different things, but look at hotels and pricing and see where they're running. Friends are ops is an excellent opportunity. Friends are the best place to go. They're usually free and maybe some pizza and beer. So reach out to them when you're moving. Ask for relocations in the area that you're coming in. Ask them about opportunities that are there. People that live there, network, very, very important. Try to get some guidance on travel routes. Things like that will be very, very helpful. One of their articles talks about camping. If it's a long trip, oh Lord, hope it's not that long of a trip. I know I've had some clients in the past, it's taken them 3 days or 4 days to get across country. So it definitely is not an easy move. We helped a senior last year and literally him and his son were going to travel across to Las Vegas. So we kind of talked him out of that move and got him on a plane. So that was the wise move. And we put him with a great, shipping company, and they did all that. So let's talk about the real estate. And that's one of the biggest things that most people talk about. But when you get a new area, you're really not sure who to go with and who to help. We're obviously can be a great help here. We have partners across the country that we can relocate that have the same kind of dedication that we have here locally in Knoxville that can be a great asset for you with a lot of connections in your local market. Timing's everything, and nothing's more scary than coming to a brand new city, not really knowing people, starting a new job. You have a family, maybe one spouse is trailing behind, and you just don't know where to turn. I can tell you that your number one asset is going to be your real estate agent, and having a connection with them, with vendors and everything in town. You definitely want to start out with that kind of opportunity. One of the questions is, do we buy first? Don't do anything until we actually purchase, or do we get settled in, or what is the option? Do we rent something short term, Ryan, and then come into a brand new area? Those are good questions. Do we rent first, see the market, then go out there and put our stuff in storage? I don't know. That's a personal question. I would say obviously it depends on your job and the stability in your job. If you think you're going to be here for the long haul, or is there any volatility in the job? And these are things that you have to think about. Obviously, I would encourage you, we encourage our clients, never to rush into something that you don't feel is good. Nothing is more stressful than a big move and having to do things under stress that maybe are not the right move. I know the opportunities are there. I know some people are worried if the rates are going up or down, but keep in mind, the market is not changing that dramatically or anything that's going to cause you to make not a good, safe financial decision. Take time, make a right decision, get together with your family, do what's right for you guys. Renting for 6 months sometimes is not a bad option, and it allows you to get familiar with cities and the locations and the travel route. One of the things most people don't think about is the congestion of the traffic. You pick a city, you come here, and the congestion is too much for you to bear. What is a 20-minute route turns into be an hour route. So those are things very, very important that we need to be thinking about as well. When you make this move, let's talk about utilities and some things that you need to do. Obviously, make sure your utilities are connected. It's always good to carry some cash with you and some traveler's checks just in case, for some reason, that you have credit cards or security alerts that you're covered, and there's no big deal. When you go to your new state, make sure that you have all your relocation and your mail packing and all those forwarding addresses forwarded to your new location. The last day, we're moving up. The truck's packed up. We're ready to get out of here. What's most important? Just do a normal walkthrough, guys. Check your drawers, all the basic stuff. One thing that you don't think about is make sure your freezer and all that is de-winterized and all that stuff before you load it up, or there could be quite a mess. Let's see what else is really good. I think one of the biggest thing is there's a lot of sites and opportunities out here to network. There's some social sites to meet people online, and I want to give you those sites that I found is pretty helpful. So if you're looking for people that are relocating, people like yourself, they're coming in a new city, there's some opportunity here on different sites that I want to talk to you about. That site is Reddit. If you've never heard of it, it's essentially a new network, and it's a different online community for hyper-based specific topics. And it's basically focused in the community. Helps you a whole lot of different moving tips, people, vendors, different things for different advice in that area, which really make it helpful. Keep in mind, if you're relocating during the holidays is always a great time to move because it's extra expensive. So if you're thinking about moving, September, avoid Labor Day, July 4th, Memorial Day at all cost if you can. Sometimes you can't control these things, but it's going to be more expensive. And most people don't think about this, but at the end of the month, we have a lot of people that have apartments or things where the leases come up at the end. So it can be more expensive to move towards the end of a lease because the leases are turning over. Let's see else before we come through the end here. There is some sites I want to talk about, these apps. One of them is called Let Go. And that's a good place for selling stuff online, or you got stuff left behind. If you're not letting it go to CARM, kind of lets friends find stuff for bargains, things like that. Flog, I'm not familiar with a flog, but it's an easy way to buy stuff with your friends and sell more handy stuff. And make sure, Uncle Sam, when you are relocating to another state, the IRS has a special form. It's 3903. And make sure you get that so you can get reimbursed or with your tax accountant. Well, every week we're here in the studios. We're talking anything and everything real estate. We thank you guys for staying tuned. My name is Ryan Coleman. My lovely co-host April Coleman is not with us, but she'll be back next week. If you guys need us for anything out there at all, it's an easy number. It's 693-SOLD. That's 693-7653. Or you can visit me online at ryancoleman.org. Make sure you like and subscribe to our page. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you right back here next Saturday.